The Real McCoys, starring Walter Brennan, created by Irving Pincus.
Want you to meet the family known as the Real McCoys. That's Grandpappy Amos, the head of the clan. He roars like a lion, but he's gentle as a lamb. And now here's Luke, who beams with joy since he may take Mrs. Luke McCoy. From West Virginia they came to stay in sunny California. Old Grandpappy Amos and the girls and the boys of the family known as the Real McCoys.
Dig more to the left.
Oh, Grandpa, you got me going the wrong way now. Water don't run uphill, you know.
Now, look, I've been digging ditches that's irrigated the crops that you've been eating since you was this high. Now, if I didn't know what I was doing, you'd still be this high. You're going to stand here yakking all day. I ain't going to have nothing to supervise.
Well, howdy. Howdy, stranger. If you're looking for the freeway, you go up this road here till you come to Sam's gas station. Then you go north till you get to Ed's gas station, and it's right from there about a mile and a half.
You might have trouble finding it, but you don't have to worry about running out of gas.
I wasn't looking for directions. I just dropped by to get acquainted. You the McCoys?
Yeah, I'm Amos McCoy, and this is my grandson, Luke.
Yeah, well, I'm Hank Johnson. I just moved in up the road.
Oh, well, howdy, Hank.
Yeah, glad to meet you. You see, there's so many new folks moving into the farms around here and getting lost. I thought you was one of them looking for the freeway.
Well, I'm not lost, but I could use some advice about the chicken business. And the fella down the feed store said that you two knew more about it than anybody around here.
Well, we can't take all the credit, but we got a bunch of hands knows a lot about the business.
What kind of advice you looking for, Mr. Johnson?
Well, I'm about ready to start building my hen house, and I need some ideas. And to get it started, I'd like to buy some hens from you. That is, if they're for sale.
Well, could be. Come with me. Hank, you suppose you could come over after supper tonight?
Oh, sure I can.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll have 12 good layers picked out for you, and the price will be right. Don't worry about it.
Well, thank you. Thank you. You've both been very kind. I'll see you at night, then, huh?
Yeah.
So long.
See you later,
So
Hank.
long.
Nice to meet you.
Luke, Grandpa, I'm waiting on you.
Coming, Kate.
Come on, Grandpa.
Doggone it, I don't see why all of us have to get dragged into the things that wife of yours thinks up to do. When I stood up there and heard you say I do, I didn't think I'd have to do it, too. Well, here we are. Got the tuxedos all laid out?
Oh, now, Grandpa, you know I don't want you to put on a tuxedo, but I do want you to look presentable.
Well, I still don't see why we got to get all duded up.
It's all on account of them fancy Hardwicks coming down to pick up Hassel.
Well, Grandpa, Marilyn and her mother will be coming in, and I want you to look nice the first time they meet you.
I'm just tickled to death Hassie's making such nice friends.
Luke, comb your hair.
Oh.
Luke?
And, Grandpa, you put on a tie.
Oh.
Just think, Marilyn's asked me to go swimming in her pool.
Yeah, I'll be thinking of it all the time. This tires are choking me.
I'll go get your tie for you, Grandpa.
All right, honey.
Oh,
Oh, don't that beat all the women running around like a bunch of hens with their tail feathers afire?
Grandpa, we want things to look nice when Marilyn and her mother come.
here, Grandpa, I'll put it on for you.
Well, tie ain't gonna help none. It's like putting a ribbon on a mule's tail.
Oh, Grandpa, you know yourself you look right handsome when you put on a tie.
I do?
More than handsome. You look distinguished, that's what.
I guess I do it then. Say, you're sneaky enough to be a wife already.
Putting on a tie at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Sure gonna confuse my neck.
I knew how I could cover up this hole in the roof.
Oh, leave it be, Kate. Let them Hardwicks see we got a floor.
There, now you look much better.
Say, look, if I turn purple, undo me, will you?
Yeah, I feel like a lassoed calf myself.
It's Marilyn. They got a chauffeur driving the car. Coming. I'll see y'all later.
Well, I'll be. First time I ever got dressed up for a horn.
house is just like a palace. I'll bet it has 12 rooms.
Well, rooms don't mean nothing. How many hogs they got?
Many hogs.
Yeah, you see, that place don't amount to nothing. All I say, it takes a heap of hogs to make a house a home.
Oh, Grandpa, everybody don't have to raise hogs.
What do they raise?
I didn't see anything growing except a beautiful lawn.
Well, there ain't nothing like sitting down to a good plate of grass.
Oh, I'll get it.
Grandpa, why are you mad at the Hardwicks? Just 'cause they're rich is no reason why we can't treat them as equals.
They just ain't friendly.
Oh, Grandpa, now, how do we know they ain't?
Well, what are you sticking up for 'em for? Have they ever bothered to invite Kate over there yet? You're darn tootin' they ain't. And if they ever do, I'll eat your boots.
Kate, it's Mrs. Hardwick. She asked me to come up and do my homework with Marilyn, and she wants to know if you can come along and bring your sewing.
Here, Grandpa, you want a fork?
You tell Mrs. Hardwick I'd like to very much. Oh, I have to put on something different. I wonder what I should wear.
Why don't you just go up in your bathing suit and sew in the pool?
Ernie, their houseboy, is on his way down now to pick us up.
Houseboy?
We'll have to do the dishes before we go, Hattie.
We won't have time, Kate. He'll be here in a minute.
Well, all right. We'll do them when we get home.
No, sir. It ain't no fun to come home to a sink full of dirty dishes. Me and Grandpa wash them. We ain't got nothing else to do.
When I get through eating off my plate, I done my share of the dish cleaning.
Hi, Kate.
Oh, all right, Hattie. Goodbye, honey. Thanks for doing the dishes.
Yeah, bye, sugar babe.
Come on, little Luke. This us men folks get out on the porch.
Hi, Amos. Not too late, am I?
Oh, that's some good heads picked out for you. Hope you like them.
Well, I hope so, too. The good layers.
Well, one of them ought to be putting out double yokers. Had her on the roost alongside of Jenny. Could have picked up a few pointers, you know.
Good. Hey, you checker player?
Oh, sort of, yeah. I'm going to have a game tonight with my friend George McMichael. I'm just sort of sharpening up some moves, that's all.
Oh, is he good?
Well, not really, no. He's running a streak of luck.
Oh, for how long?
Yeah, ever since we started playing. How about you? Would you play, Hank?
One little bit.
Well, if you got time, why don't you pull up a chair? We have a game here.
All right.
Guess them hens can wait a little while longer.
Oh, this is fine.
Yeah. Well, now, seeing as how you're my company, go ahead, you take first move.
I sure appreciate your helping me get started with my chickens, Amos.
Well, that's all right. I'm glad to do it. I give you a special price, too, you know. Us plain folks has got to stick together.
No. Well, that's real friendly of you. You know, when you move into a new place, people are kind of standoffish. Some of them even treat you like outsiders.
Oh, some folks are just natural born outsiders, like them Hardwicks up in the hill. Where you from, Hank?
We're from New Jersey.
Oh, New Jersey, eh?
It's been pretty lonesome for me and the family since we got here. Not knowing anybody, you know. It's not easy making new friends. That's why I'm so glad I met you.
It's my pleasure. We need more neighbors like you around here. It's your move, Hank.
Oh.
Yes, you're going to make a righty fine neighbor.
Well, evening, Mr. Johnson.
Hello, Luke.
Yeah, you two look mighty cozy.
Well, I'm afraid I'm not in very good position. You just jumped three of my men.
We ought to play a lot more, Hank, you know. Say, I got an idea. How about you coming over and having supper with us tomorrow night? And that is you and your family.
Oh, well, I don't know about that.
Oh, come on. Ain't no better way for families to get acquainted than over a plate of victuals.
Well, I'll check with my folks. Can you handle three?
Only three? Shucks, we won't even have to double up on spoons.
Now, is it all right with your family?
Of course it is. Ain't nothing we like better than making new friends.
Except in them people up there in the hill with it, all them servants and them big cars like them gall-darn Hardwicks. Go ahead, Hank. Sure move.
Oh.
Well, that's the game.
I just wish I was a better player.
No. If you was twice as good, I couldn't like you half as much. Well, I'll go down and get them hens for you so we can get in your car.
Well, can I give it a little help?
No, I'll handle it all right myself. Keep them company while I go, Luke.
Yeah.
Say, Luke, your grandpa sure is sour on those people up on the hill. What's he got against them?
Well, Grandpa just don't take much to outsiders. That's the way he was raised back in West Virginia.
Well, he seems awfully friendly to me.
Well, Hank, that's because you're just like one of us. You see, Grandpa don't trust rich folks. And he figures them people moved into that big house up on the hill just so they could look down on him.
So funny. Oh, I see. I guess it is getting kind of late. We better be going. Thank you so much for inviting us. You sure have a lovely home, Mrs. Hardwick.
Grace.
Grace. And don't forget, you're coming to our house for supper tomorrow night.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. And please don't fuss.
Oh, I'm looking forward to the fussing. That's half the fun of having company.
Well, I'll see you in school tomorrow, Hassie.
Okay.
I'm so sorry you didn't get a chance to meet my father.
Oh, well, we'll see him tomorrow night. Good night. Good night, Marilyn.
Night.
Bye,
Night,
Hassie.
Hassie.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
There. Well, dear, did you get your homework done?
Oh, sure, Mother. We did it all.
Oh, with those records blaring in your room, I wondered how you could even think.
Mother, when you're doing homework, thinking only slows you down.
Good night, honey. I'm sorry you didn't get here sooner, Father. You just missed Kate and Hassie McCoy.
Oh, well, I'll meet him tomorrow night when we go over to their house for dinner.
Now, how did you know they'd invited us tomorrow night?
Oh, I just thought that they might. After all, there ain't no better way to get our families acquainted than over a plate of victuals.
Boy, these are good, Kate.
Yeah.
Sugar, babe, these are the best hotcakes you ever made.
That's because you learned to make them in West Virginia.
Oh, I must confess, Grandpa, I made these hotcakes from a recipe I got last night from Grace Hardwick.
I thought they had a funny taste.
Are we getting the Hardwicks, Grandpa?
You're goddamn right we are.
Why?
Because they ain't farmers, that's why. They just don't belong here. They're just plain outsiders.
Don't forget, Grandpa, when we come here last year, we was just plain outsiders.
You just don't like him because you don't know him. It's one of them ideas you brung with you from the hills, hating outsiders.
Yeah, and some of the ideas we brung with us, we got to forget. Because here in California, there ain't nothing but outsiders.
Right, that's the way it stands, huh? You ought to get me.
Well, I'm not getting you, Grandpa.
Then quit eating them no-good Hardwick pancakes. Get them out of my sight.
I get them out of your sight as fast as I can, Grandpa.
Well, I like Marilyn and I like Mrs. Hardwick, and I'm glad they're going to be our friends.
I am, too. I think they're real neighborly.
Neighborly.
Grandpa, they are. Last night when Hassie and I was up there, they invited us to come up and go swimming.
All right, you and Hassie, go ahead. Go on running up there at their beck and call. Thank goodness the men in this family's got a little pride. Right, little Luke?
You bet.
You're invited, too.
I am? Good.
But you ain't going, are you? I thought us men was going to stick together.
Well, I ain't a man yet.
Grandpa, why don't you just give up? Admit the Hardwicks are going to be friends and let it go at that.
Friends? Friends is somebody you go to their house and they come to yours. I ain't seen them down here yet.
Well, you're going to see him tonight.
Tonight? What are you talking about, Kate?
I've invited the Hardwicks over for supper tonight.
But you can't, Kate. Tonight's the night I invited Hank and his family over.
Hank? Who's Hank?
Hank's a real nice fella's been dropping by. We sold him some hens.
Well, that's all right. We'll have them and the Hardwicks.
It just ain't gonna work. You can't have them Hardwicks and real nice people like Hank at the same table. Now, just why do you think them fancy people are coming down here tonight?
They're coming down to be neighborly.
Oh, hogwash. They're coming down here to laugh at a bunch of hillbillies. They ain't gonna laugh at my good friend Hank and his family because I'm gonna make goddamn sure they ain't gonna be here. Kate, you tell them Hardwicks to bring along the Camry so they can photograph feeding time at the McCoys. Hank?
Well, I checked with my family about tonight.
Say no more. I can tell by the sad look on your face that you can't make it tonight. Now, next week, the week after, we're wide open for the 4th of July.
Well, I was going to tell you that as far as they're...
You know, it's lucky you ain't coming, neither, because Kate's roasting chicken.
Well, I love roast chicken.
Well, you wouldn't like this one. He's a tough old bird. We'll probably be up half the night at chewing on him. She had him in the oven 2 hours. He's still kicking on the door.
Amos, what's the matter?
Well, Hank, I got myself in a hole and I can't get my foot out.
Are we the kind of friends that can talk?
You know, unbeknownst to me, Kate invited them Hardwicks for tonight.
Oh, and, you think we're not good enough for them?
Oh, you're 10 times as good as they are. You don't know them.
Do you, Amos?
Just like the back of my hand.
What are they like?
Oh, rich. Like the Rockefellers. Got a house with 18 rooms. That in itself ain't decent, you know. It's him. Slick hair, shifty-eyed. One of them slicker types.
Amos, it wouldn't be fair to let you face that kind alone. If you got no objections, we're coming.
You know, Hank, first time I seen you, I says to myself, now there's real folks. And so soup's on at 7.
We'll be there. What can we bring?
Oh, just come with your sleeves rolled up. We'll fight them Hardwicks to the last ditch.
Grandpa, you ain't dressed yet. The Hardwicks are going to be here soon. I put a clean dress shirt in your top drawer.
I don't want no dress shirt. I want to be playing for my friend Hank. Where's my clean work shirt?
I didn't get around to laundering them, Grandpa.
That's women for you. Give them all the modern contraptions, a wash tub and a washboard and everything, and they still don't get the work done. You think that's a good idea?
What, Grandpa?
Putting out them knives. There's no telling what'll happen when the Hardwicks and Hank's family gets together. No sense in giving them extra weapons.
Grandpa.
All right. Now, if anything happens, you know you brought on yourselves.
Oh, this chair will cover that torn spot.
Oh, forget the floor. Them Hardwicks will probably come in here with their heads so high in the air that... Well, you better tidy up the ceiling.
Well, how do I look?
You look good enough to be sneered at.
Honestly, sometimes I think Grandpa's part mule.
Well, Sugar, you know how contrary Grandpa can be. I swear, if he could read, he'd probably go around looking for doors marked push just so he could pull on them.
It's them.
Which them, the Hardwicks or Hank and his family?
Well, let's find out. Oh, Mrs. Hardwick, Marilyn, come on in. This is my husband, Luke, Mrs. Hardwick, and a daughter, Marilyn.
Miss Hardwick, Marilyn, how are you?
My father will be in a minute. He's putting the top up on the car.
Oh, good. Oh, I'll go get the punch bowl, Sugar.
Come on,
Fine.
Marilyn, let's go to my room. I'll show you the autographed picture of Pat Boone I just got. It's real personal. It says with very best wishes.
You know, this is a big event for us, Kate. Our first invitation out since we moved here.
Well, we're mighty glad you could come.
Kate, where's my collar button?
Grandpa, we have company.
Oh,
This is Mrs. Hardwick, Grandpa.
It's a pleasure meeting you, Mr. McCoy.
well, I ain't ready yet. I ain't got my tie on.
Grandpa, your collar buttons are in the left-hand drawer of your dresser.
Left-hand drawer. Fine place to put them.
Don't mind Grandpa. It just takes him a little while to get acquainted with new people.
That's all right. My father's the same way.
Oh, well, how do you do? Won't you come in?
Well, thank you.
Kate, I'd like you to meet my father, Mr. Johnson.
Mighty pleased to meet you.
Well, it's a real pleasure, Miss McCoy.
Oh, we have to wait till some friends of Grandpa's get here before we have supper. Why don't you have a seat? I'd like to take a peek in the kitchen.
Well, I'll keep you company, Kate. Say, how did your family like the pancakes?
Oh, they cleaned their plates. Grandpa even ate his when I wasn't looking.
Oh, howdy, Hank. Glad to see you.
Hello, Amos.
Where's your family?
Oh, they're out in the kitchen.
Yeah, they want to run into them Hardwicks. Here comes one of them now. I have to introduce you. Hank, this is Miss Hardwick.
How do you do?
Well, I see we've all met. All except Luke. Luke, this here's Mr. Johnson.
Oh, we met, sure.
Oh, you have? Well, I guess we can sit down to supper just as soon as Hank and his family gets here.
What's the matter with your eyesight, Kate? You need glasses. Hank is standing right here.
Hank, Sugar Babe.
No, it's Mr. Johnson.
I know it. Hank Johnson.
Well, that's what I just told you.
Hank Johnson. You mean Grace Hardwick's father is your Hank?
Amos, it's true. Now, you'd have to know sooner or later. My family and the Hardwicks are the same family. Grace Hardwick is my daughter, and Marilyn is my granddaughter.
You let me shoot my face off like a gun?
You had me on the spot. You kept saying what a nice fella I was and what a skunk that rich guy on the hill was. So having a choice, I decided to remain the nice fella.
Well, since it's all settled, I guess we can sit down to supper now, huh?
Yeah, come on. We got a lot of eating to do with all them victuals and one less family.
Trying to buy this, not for 1 minute, I ain't. Now, look here. You're rich, how come you're nice?
It was a terrible handicap, Amos, but I overcame it.
Well, I admire you for that, but... What about that jalopy thing?
Oh, and I'll tell you about that jalopy. You know, there's nothing better than a jalopy to make friends. Because people seem to like you more when they've got a better car than you have.
Well, I reckon so. You're going down a rough road. I'd like to know you ain't the only one that's a bouncing.
Oh, and sometimes they even feel sorry for you. And when they do, it's surprising what good deals you can make. Say, like buying hens. How about it, Amos? You forgive me?
Well, I ain't got much choice. You gotta like you or hate you. You're too bad a chickie play to hate.